I want you to imagine with me transforming that dusty, unused attic space into a stunning new living space. Hi, I'm Mike from Remodeling with Mike, and I want to take you through the true costs of what it takes to make this dream a reality. You won't believe how much or even how little it can take to turn your attic into the favorite room in your house. So let's dive in, guys. Renovating an attic is one of the best ways to add value and living space to your home. It's crucial to understand the cost before you get involved and start this process. From insulation to flooring, electrical to plumbing, we're going to break down all of the expenses so you can budget like a pro. Whether you're dreaming of a cozy guest suite, maybe a functional office, or even a fun playroom for the kids, knowing the true cost is going to help you plan effectively. Let's talk about this Middletown, Rhode Island Cape home that has already had a walk-up attic with 2 dormers. This attic space was completely unfinished, so our client wanted to capitalize on the space by adding 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom for this cute little Cape home. We turned it from a 2-bedroom, 1 bath to a 4-bed, 2 bath without expanding on the footprint, which means we didn't add a foundation or any of that stuff. And we were able to go from 900 square feet to almost 1,400 square feet in this renovation. This is going to solve so many problems for her and her family. An investment like this adds so much value to the property, but more importantly, it allows you to enjoy your family more, whether it's your extended family and friends, or if you're a growing family that just needs a little extra room. So now let's talk about the numbers. First, we're going to talk about some demo and framing. We had to open up the roof here to install an 8-foot wide dormer, which is going to create the space for this bathroom. We went a little larger than normal here, so you didn't feel so cramped in your little 5x7, and we created an 8x8 bathroom. It's going to house your toilet, your vanity, and your shower. The cost of demo and framing for this 8-foot dormer, including all your materials, came to about $25,000. Now, we also had to redo the entire roof on this Cape, which cost us $11,500, but keep in mind that if your roof is in good shape, you only have to do that 1/2. Due to the existing conditions of this house, we did the entire roof. Once the structure is built and it's weather tight, it's time to do the roughing. Roughen all the utilities, starting with the plumber. So the plumber installed a new waistline from the basement all the way up to the 2nd floor, along with the rest of the plumbing for this bathroom. This process included opening up all the walls on the 1st floor to get everything up, any structural improvements in the floor framing of the 2nd floor, as well as closing everything back up after we finished. We decided to go with a tub shower combo with a tile surround here, a single vanity, and a toilet. And luckily, the heat was already upstairs for us, so we didn't have to actually invest in the heating system. All rough and finish plumbing on this came to a total investment of $14,000, which includes the materials. Your projects should come somewhere in and around that, depending on what you actually want to put up there, and this is for 1 bathroom, guys. Okay, so the next step, guys, is to get the power upstairs. You gotta get it into each and every room. We ran a couple feeds from the basement for outlets and lights in the bedrooms, a dedicated 20 amp circuit for the GFCI in the bathroom, and hey, don't forget about that fart fan. You gotta make sure you run power to that guy. Adding the 2 bedrooms and bathroom did require us to update a fire alarm system, so we had to install a smoke detector in each of the bedrooms and even one outside in the common space. Doing all of this came with a price tag of around $10,000, and if your attic is on the 3rd floor, well, you should probably expect to spend a little more than that. Now that everybody's finished, it's time to insulate. We've used a mix of fiberglass and closed cell foam here to make sure that this space is as comfortable as possible. Installing 5.5 inches of closed cell in the slopes gave us the R38 that we were looking for. And the rest of the area, well, we were able to use fiberglass to keep the budget down. If the budget allows, I always recommend hitting spray foam wherever you can. It's got a superior insulation value and air blocking qualities that are just unmatched. And this investment can range between $7,500 to $20,000 depending on your space. So now, the real fun begins, guys. This is where the wallboard and plaster changes this dirty and dingy space into an actual living space. This has got to be one of my favorite milestones on the project because it's when everybody can see the finish line. The owners start to see the walls and they start imagining themselves living in the space, and then us, the contractor, well, we can see the tail end of the project, making sure that every little box is checked. So with all the walls and ceilings, you really start to feel and see what this place is going to be, and you can make any changes as needed. Not to mention that we're past all of the rough inspections. So the inspections can slow down the process a little bit, and now we're not going to have an inspection until all the trades are complete and the space is 100% finished. Like I have mentioned before, and I'll say it again now, always, always, always make sure you hire a skilled and highly reviewed plaster company, because it will save you headaches in the future. If you find the cheap guy and they screw it up, you're going to be paying for it later. For the plaster and wallboard, you can expect to pay anywhere between $12,000 to $20,000 depending on the size and shape of your place. Now, you got walls up, it's time for flooring and tile, guys. So flooring can range all over the place. We're going to talk about a couple different materials that you could use. So whether it's hardwood flooring, that could range between $10 to $18 a square foot, fully installed, or LVP, luxury vinyl plank flooring. Good option to save a few dollars here. This could range between $6 to $15 a square foot. Or even carpet like we did here. You know, we did it in the bedrooms and I think we paid anywhere between $3 to $10 a square foot is the going rates. So all in for flooring on a space like this, we should be looking at an investment of $2,000 to $9,000. Again, these are just rough numbers, guys, but it's trying to get you dialed in so you can understand your budget and where you can save money. Bathroom tiles can range greatly in price as well. So if you stay with the standard ceramic or porcelain tile and do it in a tub surround and a bathroom floor, you're probably looking at an investment of around $6,000 like we did here, but it can definitely go up if you're creating a custom shower or tiling other areas. To finish off this space, we're going to need to talk about some finished carpentry and the painting process. Purchasing and installing your doors, your cabinets, your shelves in your closet, it all comes with a price tag. So depending on the level of finish work, you can expect to pay a contractor between $8,000 to $15,000 for a space like this. Keep in mind that a good carpenter makes the painter's job easier. So if you know why, please drop a comment below and I'll let you know if you're on the right track, guys. Even though everything is brand new here, the painters still have a lot of work. They need to properly prime all the bare surfaces, fill all the nail holes, caulk all the trim to the wall, and lots of sanding and cleaning between each phase. Then they get to apply all those beautiful colors that you just took days to pick out, because the right color really makes the right space. This process brings your entire space to life with an investment of $10,000 to $20,000. That really depends on the size, the accents, the woodwork, and the details. Depending on what you want to put in there, can determine your budget. Lastly, I wanted to talk to you about some other expenses that most people just don't think about. When hiring a contractor, you're going to need a building permit, you're going to need disposal fees, and you're going to need some type of project manager. Somebody to oversee the entire thing to make it go seamless so that you, the homeowner, don't have to worry. Now, if you're the DIYer, you're still going to need the building permit, you're going to still need the disposal fees, and assuming that you can't do it all, you're going to have to manage the project yourself. So depending on the size of the renovation, you can expect to spend between $20,000 to $30,000 or more for a professional to make sure that your project is done correctly and that it'll last for years to come. Converting an attic space is no easy task, and it does come with a decent price tag. The point of this video is to get ahead of all the pricing so that you can budget and you know what to plan for. We've seen our customers invest as little as $180,000, upwards of $300,000. This all depends on the size of the project, the engineering and logistics, and lastly, your personal desire for what the space will be used for. A few things to think about when you want to expand upwards, outwards, or even down. According to the 2021 International Residential Building Code, habitable spaces, which means any place that you can actually live in, that's conditioned, that has power, ceiling, walls, windows, all that kind of stuff. Don't forget about the hallways or even parts of your basement that contain these. You have to have a ceiling height of at least 7 feet. That's 84 inches. Bathrooms, toilet rooms, laundry rooms, they can get away with a 6'8" ceiling, but you need to make sure that you have this clearance, because if not, you're gonna have to modify your structure. Just remember, anything can get done for the right amount of money. Another thing to think about is if you don't currently have a walk-up attic like this project did, you're gonna have to figure out where that staircase is gonna go and how it's gonna tie into your existing space. It's always recommended to contact a design build firm, an architect, or even an interior designer as your first steps to making this dream a reality. You want to make sure that it's feasible, you want to know what it's going to look like, and you want to pull it all together so when you go to contractors, you can get accurate pricing. Don't let your attic go to waste. turn it into a space that adds joy and value to your home. If you guys found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to Remodeling with Mike for more renovation tips and tricks. Can you guys do me a favor too? Share your own attic renovation stories in the comments below, and let's inspire each other. I'll see you guys on the next one.